Hi, welcome to AACA 2023. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Animal Advocacy Conference Asia 2023. This is our fourth annual conference, and we're just so grateful to be able to continue to hold this event to share skills and meet new and old advocates. So thank you so much for supporting us, whether it's through attending this program or following us on social media or donating. We appreciate all the support you have been giving us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. So now that we know all about the housekeeping rules, we want to use this opportunity to remember why we are here today, as we were reminded during the healing session. So we are here because we care about all sentient beings, and we are here because we care about human and non-human animals, and we want to make the world a better place. So please join us for a minute of silence, and if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes or bow your heads. We remember the non-human animals who were born into captivity and cruelty. We remember the non-human animals who were oppressed under speciesism. We remember the non-human animals who share this planet with us. We remember the humans who suffer because of war, wealth injustice, and other types of oppression. We remember the humans who have lost their loved ones to armed conflict. We are here in solidarity for everyone who wants to live in freedom. We are here in solidarity for everyone whose voices are ignored, even when they resist. We come together for a better world for all. You may now open your eyes. Okay, so now we would like to move on and share our achievements from this year. What exactly does AAA do? What does Animal Alliance Asia do? So some of us might not be too familiar with what AAA does, so I hope you can learn more about our work. Kaho will be presenting today, so anytime you're ready, Kaho, take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Steph. I'm just gonna try to share my screen. I hope you can see this now. Is everybody seeing my screen? Okay, I see thumbs up. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you. Hello, thank you everyone for joining us today at the opening assembly. I'm so happy to see everyone here today. My name is Kaho, and I'm a program coordinator for Animal Alliance Asia, and I'm very pleased to share some of the achievements that we've made as a team in 2023. So to begin, I want to give a little bit of background. Animal Alliance Asia is a capacity building organization with a mission to build a more culturally relevant, sustainable, inclusive, and effective animal justice movement across Asia. And we aim to do so by providing support and resources to individual animal advocates and organizations across Asia. In 2023, we started out in 10 different countries. However, we have decided to stop operating in 3 countries, India, Malaysia, and Thailand, but we will continue our efforts in Pakistan, Nepal, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, and Japan. So in 2023, we had 4 major programs, which are Animal Advocacy Forums, Changing the Narratives, Animal Advocacy Academy, Animal Advocacy Conference Asia, which you're here today. We also have an ongoing research project with Phonalytics and the Good Growth. And with these programs, we've hosted in total of 98 events, which attracted in total of 1,630 attendance. And because we have virtual events like this one, we get attendees from all over the world. So this year, we've got attendees from more than 50 countries. And we were also able to fund 6 projects throughout our new regranting project, which I will talk more later. So now I will go into more detail about each program. So Animal Advocacy Forum is a program to better understand the local animal justice movement and challenges and opportunities in the movement in different countries. When we started this program, we didn't have a Japanese coordinator yet, so we've conducted the forums in 9 different countries. And across these countries, we hosted in total of 20 workshops and focus groups, and 258 participants in total attended those workshops. This is from a Pakistan forum where our Pakistan country coordinator, Alia, is giving workshop in the photo. And you can also see the results of the forum from this year on our website. So I'll try to paste it in the chat if you're interested in checking them out. And through these forums, we were able to provide a safer space for local advocates or people who are interested in the movements to discuss challenges and their experiences in the movement. And we're also able to bridge the gap between advocates working in a different approaches, such as corporate engagement and people doing street outreach. And you can also see the report that came out of the Malaysia Forum, which discussed the topic of Islam and animal rights. So if you're interested, please go to the website, the same link that I pasted in the chat, and check out that report as well. And these are some of the feedback that we received. So one of them, I'm just going to read it out. Thank you for organizing such a rich session, which could not have been possible without having people from different, often underrepresented communities and professional work fields. And this really shows how we've tried to make sure our space is inclusive, especially for historically and currently marginalized communities. And next, we have the Changing the Narrative workshops. The CGN is a program that we started with Samayu last year. And to 2022, we had 5 workshops in total in 2 different languages. And we've had 106 participants attended those workshops. And this year we had 6 workshops in 6 different languages, and we had 135 people attended. So we have I think a great kind of increase in numbers and also accessibility in terms of the languages as well. We also had more guest speakers this year from different movements. And all of the recordings of the CTN sessions are on our YouTube, so you can check them out from the link pasted in chat. And these are some of the topics that were discussed in Changing the Narrative. I'm not going into talking about each of them, but we're so proud to be able to have these conversations with different groups, different movements, and be able to kind of hold a space for cross-movement solidarity. So one of the feedback that we received from Japanese participants, the workshop allowed me to think about how various issues are connected, how important it is to make the marginalized voices visible, and to have shared dialogues between different movements. So this really captures our programs and trying to make our to hold more cross-movements conversations. So this is really a great feedback. And ReRoot Asia Fund. So this is our first project that we launched this year, very exciting. From the research that we did last year, we found out that local advocates face challenges in accessing funding opportunities because a lot of funding opportunities are only in English, and a lot of the applicants' forms are very complicated and not maybe necessarily accessible to many people in different countries with different, used to different forms of kind of writing. And a lot of the so we've created this funding opportunities and make it available in 11 different languages as well. And we're so happy to report that we had 36 applications in total, and we reviewed them and we selected 6 projects in 4 different countries. And we've invited some of our grantees to the conference. Some of them will be briefly presenting after this, and then Haru and Erin from Harvey Bobo Creative Studios will be presenting in their own session. So these are our grantees. And then we had Animal Advocacy Academy from August to October. We've conducted a series of animal advocacy workshops in 10 different countries on the topics of animal justice, movement building, intersection approaches, project strategy, and many other useful information. In total, we had 811 attendees across all workshops. You can see the photos from Academy on the right. You can see that was from Philippines Academy, and the left, that is one of the slides from the Thailand Academy, which I believe they talked about intersection approach in this particular workshop. And we also encourage our participants to come up with new initiatives and projects. And we've had in total of 49 new initiatives that came out of Academy workshops. So we're hoping to see how those projects go as well in the future. Some of the feedback we received, Indonesian participants said the space was designed to be safe, comfortable, and inclusive, especially for the beginner advocates who want to learn about this issue. The Filipino participants said, I enjoyed being in the brainstorming group because I was able to witness a lot of passion and creativity, and I'm very inspired. Which really highlights how useful the Academy workshops were for participants to have to connect with other like-minded individuals and to get inspired. And apart from these programs, we also had country-specific projects, which you can see on these on the slide. Our country coordinators attended, and Ellie and myself as well, attended many events and provided workshops and talks to other stakeholders and other activists. I also want to take this opportunity to spotlight all of our team who truly did amazing work this year. So thank you everyone so much. You all are amazing. And in the next year, we're focusing on the fellowship model. We have, as I mentioned earlier, we have stopped operating in 3 countries, so we're doing it in 7 countries, focusing on strengthening the local leadership so that can eventually lead to diet change or policy change, depending on that what's most needed in each country. So yeah, if you would like to get to know more about each fellowship, please make sure to follow us on social media, as well as to subscribe our newsletter, which you can do from the link pasted in chat. And just to conclude this section, this presentation, I just want to say thank you to all of our network partners who have helped promote the AACA. And I also want to say thank you to all of our partners that who collaborated with us over the last year, which I could not possibly put them all on this slide. There were so many. So I'm really happy to see this overwhelming amount of support and collaborative effort and spirit that came out of us working with different stakeholders and organizations. So thank you so much. And I also want to make a special thank you to the Lantern Publishing and Media, which publishes many important work around animal rights and liberation and other intersectional issues. They partner with us to provide free ebooks to people who registered for AACA before September 30th. So if you register for AACA before September 30th and haven't received the copy of the ebook, please let me know. I will paste my email and the Lantern Publishing Company's link in the chat. So yeah, if you have any maybe trouble opening the file or anything to do with the ebook, please send me an email. And yeah, so that concludes the year in review. Thank you everyone so much.
So as Carol mentioned earlier, we launched ReRoot Asia Fund this year. We moved beyond just training to also re-granting actual new initiatives across Asia. And we're just really beyond excited to be able to introduce these amazing people and initiatives.
Morning. This presentation is going to discuss sensitive topics related to the experiences of slaughterhouse workers and may be distressing for some viewers. So viewer discretion is advised. Okay. Hello, everyone. Silent Slaughter is a short documentary covering the lives of slaughterhouse workers and their experiences with animals. It is directed by Durga Balani, me, and Kirti. I am an animal liberation activist. I'm the co-founder of Indore Animal Liberation. Kirti, my co-director, she's a writer, filmmaker, and she's passionate about storytelling across different platforms. Together, we seek to bring attention to the often overlooked sufferings of slaughterhouse workers and non-human animals. Our collaborative approach combines impactful visuals and emotionally resonant storytelling and encourage dialogue around experiences of slaughterhouse workers, exploring the complexities of their livelihood. Through Silent Slaughter, we hope to prompt discussions that lead to a deeper understanding of their lives and experiences. We aim to present this short documentary at film festivals and partner with animal advocacy organizations to further amplify the documentary's reach, ensuring that it leaves a lasting impression and contributes to meaningful changes for the lives of workers and the animals. So how I came up with the idea is, I've been in the animal rights and vegan community for over 4 years now. And there is a sense of strong hatred towards people who work in slaughterhouses without ever knowing their experiences, without ever having an understanding of their lives. They are seen as monstrous and evil. I also felt within human rights groups, they are the least talked about. It's as if no one cares about them. And I wanted to change this narrative and start these important conversations regarding the work of slaughtering animals. And I wanted to document their experiences and their lives. I thought of doing this in the year of 2020 and during the pandemic. Somehow we never got through to work on this. And when I got the opportunity to apply for the ReRoot grant, I knew I had to bring this idea and get started on the documentary. Kirti will now be talking about what are our objectives with this. Kirti?
Am I audible? Hello, everyone. First, I would like to thank AAA for doing this. This is very important, and we all know that we should be doing it. I am really happy to spend like my morning in this conference. Also, there's some construction going on near my place, so I'm sorry for any noises that come across. And the documentary was mainly Durga's idea. She has been working on this documentary for like 2-3 years now. And I have been working in filmmaking, and I also always want to like sort of share the stories that bring some change or that talks about something that is not very much talked about. And when Durga like told me this idea and told that we can like actually get a grant for this and we can actually start working on this, it was like it was something that we wanted to do for so long. And so we went for it. So the documentary's name is Silent Slaughter. It mainly talks about, the slaughterhouse workers and their conditions in the slaughterhouses. So the thing is, whenever we talk about slaughterhouses and animals, we always either like focus on animals or we focus on human rights, but there's no intersection between, humans and animals. So this documentary focus on the intersection between animals and humans, and which is like which revolves around slaughterhouse workers. And through this film, we want to focus on the casteism and speciesism around them. And the structure is such that we draw parallel between slaughterhouse workers and animals. And we highlight the struggles that are faced by, the struggles that are faced by slaughterhouse workers while they work in the slaughterhouses, and the mental health issues, or the physical issues, or the emotional well-being that is not very much talked about. Also, like in our country, there are not many government provinces, like there are not many safety gears given to the slaughterhouse workers. They don't have like a proper law to work around it. So we wanted to shift the narrative around the slaughterhouse workers and start a conversation about their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. We wanted to focus on issues like domestic violence, casteism that is faced by them. And we want to also challenge the preconceived notions and encourage the viewers to engage in a meaningful discourse on the human cost of our food system. And so we would be covering the lives of slaughterhouse workers. We want to focus on one slaughterhouse workers, because if we focus on the story of one, we would have an understanding, like a general understanding of everyone. And we'll be covering labor laws, working conditions about them. We would be also covering the information that is like around the meat industry, and we'd work with experts such as lawyers, activists, stakeholders within the industry. Right now, what we're working on is a short documentary. It's like of 20 minutes, but we would want to further take it to a feature-length documentary and dive deep into the implications of industries and the environmental impact and the ethical consideration around it. So we would want it to turn into a feature film, but for now, we would just want to draw an insight and attention to the conditions that are faced by the slaughterhouse workers. And we want to inform people and inspire them to think about their food choices and the impacts that their actions have on the lives of animals and the workers. So this is the main idea. Durga, would you want to take over?
Yeah, so I would really like to thank the ReRoot grant. Because of the grant, we are able to get started on the documentary, do the research work, and go on ground, talk to workers, and start sharing, work on sharing their experiences, which is very, very overlooked. I would like to share one experience with the slaughterhouse worker. He said nobody ever visits the slaughterhouse. Nobody ever comes to talk to us. Even when people come, nobody cares about the people who are actually working there, not even their superiors or seniors. Like literally nobody wants to talk about them. So even they were very happy and encouraging that you are doing this, we are doing this for them. And I hope this documentary comes out and helps change the narrative. Thank you so much for the grant and giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Durga and Kirti. I hope I'm pronouncing your names okay. Yeah, like your project was definitely one of the strongest in the applications that we received, even though like we had lots of applications. We loved the idea. Intersectionality was definitely one of the categories and elements that we looked for in our grantees projects. And when we say intersectional, we mean doing farm animal advocacy with awareness around different types of oppressions. And I think you're definitely doing that through talking to these people without vilifying them. So thank you so much for amazing work. Someone asked for the link to the documentary. I know it's still in the making, right? So we'll definitely let everybody know when it's done through our newsletters, on our website, social media. So please keep an eye out. Please take it away.
Yep, thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Dai, and I'm representing Moo Mow Garden today. Let's see. Before I start, I just like to say thank you to Animal Alliance Asia for this wonderful opportunity to speak to this wonderful audience we have today, and also for the grant, generous grant. We are using this grant to create a promotional video of our small sanctuary we have. I was hoping we could show you the first draft today, so I didn't have to speak. but unfortunately, it's not ready yet. So here I am. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so we are a small sanctuary in Fukushima Prefecture in Japan. Fukushima Prefecture is where we have a nuclear plant, and we had a nuclear meltdown 12 years ago when we had a huge earthquake and a tsunami. So that's where the farm is, where we are located. Okay, so this lady in the photo, she is Miss Tani. She is our director and the founder of the Moo Mow Garden. Her story is that when we had a nuclear meltdown, the humans, we were ordered to evacuate the town, but the animals there were left behind. And most of the animals, the farm animals, cows, they died because of the thirst and hunger, but the lucky ones escaped. And Miss Tani, she saw this on TV, and she didn't live in Fukushima, but she just decided to go and started to save these animals and protect these animals wandering around the town. And it's been 12 years since, and today she's still doing it, protecting these cows. And as we speak now, she is supporting these cows right now. So that's what Moo Mow Garden is, and what we are doing. We have 12 cows, and we have 12 years of experience running the sanctuary. And the land, it's about 20 acres now, or 9-10 hectares. And we are a little bit remotely located, about 4 hours drive from Tokyo. If you take some rest in between and keep the speed limit, it's about 4.5 hours. So it not recommended to do a day trip. The overnight trip is recommended. And we don't have a tour of the sanctuary yet, but we do encourage you to come to our farm. I know a lot of you are from outside of Japan, but Japanese yen is very cheap now, so it's a very good time to come to Japan. And this photo is just a scene, just an everyday scene. This is Miss Tani again. It's a very beautiful land, and beautiful cars, beautiful people. And especially if you're living in the cities, it's a nice change. You get to do a lot of volunteering. It's a hard work, but it's worth it. Okay, and this is just the usual social net. Most of the contents are in Japanese. We are in process of creating an English version, English homepage, and online donation site where people from outside Japan can donate, but they're not ready yet. But I would appreciate it if you can follow us on the Instagram or Facebook, or just check the homepage when you have time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email. We are happy to listen to you and answer any questions. Okay, thank you for listening, and please visit Moo Mow Garden.
Thank you so much, Dai. Okay, thank you. Yes, I know that running a sanctuary is a hard work, and it's probably one of these initiatives that get, it's a challenge to get funding and donations, especially in Japan. So when we saw the application, we really wanted to help, and we love the fact that you're making this sanctuary into educational space and not just sanctuary. So we really like the idea as well to make ripple effects. But we have an amazing artist in the room. So please, if you all are okay to stay maybe a few minutes, 5 minutes more than planned, that would be really great. Do we have Agugn? Agugn? Am I pronouncing your name okay? Agugn in the room?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
thank
I'm
you.
Agugn.
Yes, okay. So I would like to introduce you really quickly. So Agugn is an Indonesian artist and activist who has been exploring various printmaking techniques and incorporating the analog with digital processes. Here, nature and ancient Indonesian art have been his inspirations for making art by criticizing anthropomorphic perspectives. So please give it up for Agugn.
Thank you. Okay, I'm Agugn. I'm from Indonesia. I'm a visual artist, and then I live in and work in Bali. Thank you so much for inviting me, Kaho and Poppy. So my latest project was my solo exhibition. It title is Human Supremacy. Because the background of the story of the human supremacy theme in my project is, after all the years that I creating my work, I often seek inspiration from nature and animal world, like watching the documentaries, and after that I making the work inspired by that. But then I have this contradictory. After I finish my work inspired by the animal, but then I eating animal. So however, I feel like a hypocrite after getting inspiration, as I will soon destroy the life of animal. Yeah, I find that the destruction of the being. For me, there is a contrast between the value I place on my work and the action I conducted on a daily basis. Ethically and logically speaking, I should have given more appreciation to the animal who gave me inspiration. Yeah, I will talk about the artwork. Some of the artwork is like 18 artwork, but in here I would like to explain just 4 artwork. The first is Jerat. Jerat is like captured in the sea. It was inspired by the documentary Seaspiracy. And in my work in this exhibition, I depicting the animal kingdom by the dragon, because for me dragon can represent the animal kingdom, because sometimes dragon picture in Asia, I think, is the body is consists of many animal, like the horn and the scales and the claws and everything. Yeah. After that is the title is Gorok, is on the right. Gorok means like slaughter. It was inspired by the Kurban festival in Asia. So yeah, I grew up in family of Muslim, and I was thinking like, yeah, I have this debate with my mom about I'm being vegan for 5 years now, and then yeah, she was like very conservative, but then I was saying like the Kurban festival is just it's not intended for all the Muslim, I think, because the story was intended for Ibrahim, Ibrahim. Okay, and then the other one is No Mercy. This one is inspired by the story, I think, story from Japan that I'm not sure, but it approached me in several stories, but then the story was about to respect animal by using them all the parts, like we sometimes we say that we respect animal by using them for everything they had, the skin, the bones, and everything. And in my opinion, after I went vegan and dive through this veganism theme, and I was finding, oh no, I think being respecting, it should be like respect their existing as well. Like we always have the option. So I make this question like, when we are respecting, should we use all the part of the animal or just live their life, just leave them alone? And yeah, the obvious one, the answer is leave them alone and respect their existing. The last one is dissonancy cognition. This was like cognitive dissonance. And I depicting the dinner table, and the tablecloth was represent the peace that we always try to pray before we eat, like full of peace and love and everything. But then we serve the beheaded animal, and we sit on the animal skin. Yeah, so I think after the exhibition done, it was represented again in Kuala Lumpur, like last month, I think. And Poppy was there to see finally. And yeah, I think it's quite interesting to see how people react to my work, because at the first sight, they was interested by the visual only, like the colors, the paper, because I made my own paper as well. And after they are curious and talk to the artist talk and talk with me, and I try to approach this meaning of the artwork, and yeah, let them thinking more. And it was interesting to see. So yeah, this is my first activism in my work, and I'm looking forward to make more artwork in this approach. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Agugn. I hope you saw the comments in chat. We've got a lot of positive comments in chat. We all love your work. Thank you so much for sharing such powerful work and doing your work. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ellie. That was amazing work. I was just so impressed, and I just love some of the things that he said, like respecting the animal's existence means that we don't use all of them after we take away their lives. It means respecting their existence. That's just beautiful.